Hey everyone, I am so excited to see you. If you're here with us last week, we talked about how each one of us is made special. And today, we're going to talk about how God has a special plan for you. So stick around, we're going to have a lot of fun. Hey guys, it's time for one of my favorite things. Again, it is time to worship. So, this is what I want you guys to do. As we sing the song, I want you to pay attention to the words and see what it says about Jesus and about God, and about how good God is to us. We get to sing about the goodness of God because God is always good. So this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to stand up on your feet. Especially you guys at home. Stand up on your feet. Let's worship our good God together.
Is washing over me and calling me your own, your own. Your light is burning through the shadows. See the truth, there is nothing to fear. Your word, your way, your promise everlasting. Over and over, I see your hand. Higher than the sky, your love is deeper than the sea. Your grace is washing over me and calling me your own, your own. Your name, a tower in the battle. You are here, we have nothing to fear. Your voice, my river in the desert. Over and over, I see your hand. Higher than the sky, your love is deeper than the sea. Your grace is washing over me and calling me your own, your own.
Yeah, where the love at? Picture these words, that's a Snapchat. Boomerang with the praise in the right back. Man, we hide in the sky, no turn back. If it be our last night, leave it all here. No fear, be clear, this is your year. Let go of anything that isn't God's steer. Visine with a dream, man, it's so clear. Yeah, so clear. And you know wherever you go, I'ma stick close, they gon' think we a duo. Bond so tight, hug it out like a sumo. And I never think twice, you the boss of my life, no, you go. And this world not down with us. They can try to limit faith, but it's down to us. Man, love so deep, not a game to us. When the blessing comes down, man, the praise go up, yeah.
Higher than the sky, your love is deeper than the sea. Your grace is washing over me and calling me your own, your own. Higher than the sky, your love is deeper than the sea. Your grace is washing over me and calling me your own, your own. We are your own.
Hey kids, it's Bible story time today. Today's our second week talking about the map that God made for us. This week we're going to talk about the plan that God made for each of us. Did you know that God made plans for people in the Bible too? Like Jonah, who we're going to talk about today. Jonah was a prophet, which meant he walked around and he talked to people about God. wherever God told him to go. Well, one day, God told him to go to Nineveh. Nineveh was a very scary place full of very wild people, and Jonah didn't want to go. Have you ever been told to do something you didn't want to do, like clean your room, or you had to go see a cousin you didn't like? Well, let's see what choice Jonah makes to follow God's plan or not.
God's story, Jonah. So part of God's story is in the book of Jonah, and it begins like this. God told Jonah, "Go to the city of Nineveh and tell the people they have been wicked, and they should stop being wicked, or I will destroy them." But Jonah got scared and decided to go to the city of Tarshish by boat. Tarshish is in the opposite direction of where God wanted Jonah to go. Can you imagine running away from God? Anyway, when the boat was at sea, God sent a storm. The storm was so scary that all the sailors thought the ship was going to be destroyed. So they threw a bunch of stuff off the ship. I don't know how less luggage was going to help, but that's what they did. While all of this was happening, Jonah was inside the ship sleeping. The captain saw him and said, "How can you sleep right now? Pray to your God and ask for help." Then the sailors decided to cast lots to find out who was responsible for the storm. Casting lots is a lot like the lottery, except when lots are cast, whoever wins doesn't always really win. Like this time, when the lot fell to Jonah. The sailors asked him what he had done to cause the storm and what they should do to make it stop. Jonah said, "Pick me up and throw me into the sea. That will calm the storm." But the sailors didn't want to. They tried really hard to row back to shore, but the ship just didn't go anywhere. So the sailors apologized to God for throwing Jonah overboard, and then they threw him overboard. I don't know if they ever apologized to Jonah, but God is the one who made the scary storm. And if you're going to apologize to anyone, you should apologize to God. It's just a good idea in general. So as soon as Jonah was off the boat, the storm stopped. I wonder if Jonah thought to himself, "What am I going to do now?" Well, God had an answer. All of a sudden, a big fish swallowed Jonah. Yep, Jonah was now inside a fish. Things went from bad to worse real quick. Now, the Bible says a fish swallowed Jonah. We don't know if it was a whale or something else. But whatever it was, it had to be big enough to swallow a man whole without having to chew. Kids, always chew your food before swallowing. You're not a giant fish. Anyway, Jonah was in the stomach of the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Can you imagine being stuck in a dark and stinky place for 3 days straight? Like a porta potty? Well, imagine being inside a big fish. Dark and sloshy and really stinky. Basically a porta potty with fins. After the 3 stinky days, God made the fish spit out Jonah. Actually, fish can't really spit. Jonah got vomited out. Vomit is also known as puke, barf, hurl, oatmeal seconds, upchuck, blown grits, Ralph, tossed cookies, technicolor yawn, and chunder. Basically, the fish got rid of Jonah through its mouth. Do you get the idea? So while stinky Jonah was there on the beach, God told him a second time to go to Nineveh and tell the people to stop being wicked. This time, Jonah went to Nineveh. Listening to God is always a good idea. When he arrived, he told the people that God said they should turn from their evil ways. They believed him, so everyone, and I mean everyone, fasted and put on sackcloth. Fasting is when you don't eat and pray really, really hard. Putting on a sackcloth is putting on a sackcloth. Now, when God saw how they had stopped doing bad things and were really sorry, he decided not to destroy them. And that's the book of Jonah. So in case you missed it, here's the quick version. God told Jonah to go to Nineveh. Jonah ran away on a boat. Jonah got thrown off the boat to stop a storm. Fish swallowed Jonah. 3 days later, fish threw up Jonah. Jonah told people at Nineveh to stop being wicked, and they stopped. God didn't destroy them. And that's a part of God's story.
Wow, Jonah got swallowed by a fish when he didn't follow God's plan. It's a good thing God had other ideas and put him back on the right path, though. Just like how God has plans for each and every one of us too, even if we don't go the right way the first time. Well, have you ever been told to clean your room by your parents and you didn't want to or something like that, but then you end up finding your favorite toy? It's a good thing to follow the plans that God has for us, especially because we don't want to get swallowed by a fish. Alright kids, it's time to do the memory verse, so go ahead and get ready. I'm gonna say it and you guys are gonna repeat it with the motions after me. Okay. But God chose you to be His people. You are a royal priesthood. You are a holy nation. You are God's special treasure. Wow! 1 Peter 2:9. Alright, ready? Do it with me one more time. But God chose you to be His people. You are a royal priesthood. You are a holy nation. You are God's special treasure. Wow! 1 Peter 2:9. Great job, kids. Thanks for doing the memory verse with me.
Hey kids, I got another fun science experiment for us to try together. So for this one, what you're gonna need is 2 big containers, some white vinegar, some baking soda, and you can grab one of the candles around the house. But in order to do this at home, you have to have your parents with you, okay? So if you want to do this with me at the same time, pause the video, go grab your parents, all these supplies, and come back and hit play when you're ready. If you just want to watch, let's get into this fun science experiment. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some baking soda into this big container. It's a lot of baking soda. I'm gonna put this down. There we go. Got some baking soda. And then for those of you that made volcanoes, you know what happens next when you add vinegar. Add the vinegar. It's gonna foam up nice and big. Now the cool thing is this is creating a gas that is heavy. So it's heavier than air, so the gas doesn't float up. It's actually staying all right here. And this is where we're gonna do something fun, is I'm gonna light these candles to show you how this works. I don't know if you guys can see these candles. I'm hoping you can. But this is what you do. You slowly and carefully, you're gonna pour the gas out of here into here. You can smell it. Careful not to get any of the liquid. You just want to pour the gas out. Now, this is where the magic happens. I'm actually going to move up a little bit closer to show you guys, just so you can see, because I don't know if this candle is showing very good. But I got this candle burning here. I'm going to take it. It looks empty, but in fact, there was gas in there, and I was able to pour it out and put out this candle. And there's more. I can put out these ones too. Gotta be careful so I don't burn myself. Let's try that again. Oh, baby, I'm out. Guys, I ran out of gas. But you gotta see it. It was pretty cool. You guys can try this at home. Make some more gas and go put out some fires. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Man, we had so much fun today. And I hope you guys learned that God has a special plan for you. All right, now it is time to do one of my other favorite parts. I got a lot of favorite parts. We are going to answer a few questions. So grab your parents, grab your siblings, come back, and let's go over these 3 questions together.